Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Piranha Motorsports, and this time, as you can see, we're in MANGDUP, and we're at Morawa Speedway, and we're going to do a skid, and I've got a passenger. There's your helmet there, my friend.
Thank you.
Crow, you want to be on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I want you to hold my camera. Can you do that?
Okay.
All right. So, talk to the camera if you like. Hello, everybody.
Hello everybody, what do you think of the Morawa turnout?
Well, you can record wherever you want. You can point at the window, you can do whatever.
As long as just don't drop it.
Just don't drop it.
Yeah. It gets hot in here.
Well, I haven't done as much recording today as I was planning on doing. I've done a heap of the footage on the GoPro. I've even got the drone working. Hey, look out. I know, right? I don't think I've got any footage at all of our first skid. I've got the GoPro on the car for the second skid. We've got the finals coming up soon. We all made it through the finals, which is handy. But we're just having a bit of a play with a few bits and pieces here. That back carby, the pumps are a little bit tight, and I don't think it was squirting like it should have done. I think we were getting a bit of a flat spot. We've been having a bit of trouble trying to get it to move around off idle, so we are changing out some pumps. They're not alcohol ones, but they will do for just getting it sorted for today. The other ones have been in there for a while. They seem to feel okay, but they have been in there for a while, so we'll change them out. It's a bit of a hive of activity here. Not a lot of cars, so a few. Some bit of carnage. Scotty Steckenberg's in long name has done a gearbox, having a bit of troubles over there. Yeah, so Mr. Paletti over there in his VUSS has stripped his diff gears completely. So there's a few other people having troubles. Old Dedicated here, he does 4-minute pumpies. Last night, after the Mang skidded that VS, we pretty much rebuilt the entire motor. Not literally, but they had made an absolute mess of it. So we spent about 2 hours over there with those guys getting it to the point where it would actually run right, replaced plugs, leads, coil packs. They had switched their manifolds to face upwards and was melting coil like leads, and oh man, it's been a mess. But it's really loud. It skidded better today, so I'll get and do some more footage. Finals are still a couple of hours away because they're a bit early. They want the finals to be under lights, and I don't blame them because I want it too. So we'll keep playing around with this big girl. Tyres are all on it. We've got some the brand new 17s on the back. She's a bit dusty, speedway track stuff. Yeah, but she's going good. 2 good skids, so no issues apart from just getting it to run and idle. And these, it's good once it runs, a little bit average once it's not. But we are shitting an alternator belt, but as you can see, it's nice and straight down there. Hang on. It's nice and straight on down there, nice and straight on the alternator belt, but it is out here, so we've got an alignment issue with our idler pulley, so we'll have to get ourselves, hopefully that lasts through one more skid. Let's keep playing with it. spin the wheel the other way out. Yeah, easy. Okay, well, that is not the way we wanted to finish the weekend. Literally just got to have a look at the tyres in daylight after finishing at night time last night, and they've got belts hanging out. So I reckon we probably would have needed another 10 seconds. These things happen. A lot of positives. Car went absolutely insane until it didn't. Everybody loved it. We just used some scrap second-hand tyres for the qualifying, which actually worked quite well. They were 16s. And then we strapped on a set of brand new 17s in the compound we like to use, and they were incredible. Smoke wise, absolutely astronomical. I've never been doing skids for 20 odd years, plus years, which is scary. And yet I've never actually been completely, totally and utterly lost in the smoke. I had absolutely no idea where I was. You know, there's plenty of times when, you know, you can get lost in the smoke for a few seconds and, oh, there's a spot I can go over there, you know. It didn't matter what I did. I was lost. So, yeah, that's a positive, because that means that what we did is working, obviously, other than the fact that number 2 cylinder decided it didn't want to be part of the motor anymore. So, the question is, where to from here? Got a bit of an INHONOUR bug, to be honest. We've driven MANGDUP so much over the last 4 years that that I'm not over it, because we took her out on Friday night and had an absolute blast, and I love driving that car. The tyres we used were not tyres I'm going to use again. They did not like to smoke, and we know that. I just had them left over from a while ago, so we just decided to use them. But if we go back to the compound and the tyre size and the 15s that we like to use instead of running some 14s and ones we don't, that thing is ready to rock. I mean, after fixing it from the lifter spinning it, it's battered no eyelid at that, and it's ready to go. As for this thing, well, we've got an event coming up shortly that we'd really, really like to attend. And we're going to need to get stuck into it. So once I finish this outro for this video, we are literally going to have this motor out of the car, inspected, pulled apart, and find out what we can use and what we can't use, so we can go back together again. And how we're going to fix that, let's have a look. That's how we're going to fix it. So, I know we're all looking forward to seeing some 12s for 2K footage, and so are we. But right now, I want to get this thing into this car and running again. It won't take long. You guys will see it in the next couple of weeks, obviously. But it'll only be a short time for us, so we can then get back stuck into the 12 for 2K and onto doing some drag racing. And this thing will be ready to go for our next event that we're looking to attend. and we'll let you know what that is coming up real soon. So thanks very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button, because there's so many of you that haven't yet. It tells me in the analytics that like 50% of the people that are watching the videos haven't actually clicked the subscribe button yet, but yet you keep coming back to watch the videos. So please click that subscribe button. It means so much to us. We're close to 1,000 subscribers, which means we can move forward and doing so much more for you guys. And well, nothing's going to change for us, but it helps you guys get to see our videos better, and helps us get more content out there for you guys. So thanks very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see you when this thing goes back in there.
It looks a bit prettier.
Yeah, we're going away from the orange too. This one's orange. We're going to go to the blue.
Yeah.
So she'll be blue when she goes in. Thanks, guys.
Maybe they're not blue.